Hello, people of grace. For our Pastoral Connect on this Christmas week, we're going to talk about receptivity. Last Sunday in the sermon, we focused especially on 1 Peter chapter 1, verses 3 through 12, on this Advent week where we celebrated joy, the shepherd's joy. And one of the hallmarks of joy, when we kind of step back and try to understand what it's like to experience true joy, is what can be called an open loop or receptivity. And Peter mentions receiving something in 1 Peter chapter 1, verses 8 through 9, that fills us with an inexpressible joy. And that receiving or obtaining is the goal of our faith, the salvation of our souls. That statement shows that people that walk with Jesus, that are really disciples of his, that believe in him, ought to be, with some regularity, experiencing an inexpressible joy. So I have 3 questions for us on this Advent week. Number 1, are you open or closed? Am I open or closed? If we could get our loved ones and the people around us to really be honest, do they feel like we are open and receptive, or do they feel like we're guarded and closed? We can intellectualize it all we want, but when we're overly analytical, when we're overly scrutinizing what everyone says around us, it's really because we feel threatened by what they're saying, and that's Christians that are receiving the goal of their faith, the salvation of their souls, should have a kind of what I call unthreatenability about them. It doesn't mean dangers aren't real. It means that we know that we have an eternal kind of security for our souls that creates an open, joyful posture. So are you open or are you closed? Are you engaging or are you shutting down? Number 2, do you feel like you are fulfilling the purpose of your faith? Now, when I say the purpose of your faith, I mean the purpose that Peter mentions in these verses, 1 Peter chapter 1, verses 8 through 9. I'm sure there's many purposes to our faith, but one of them is the sense that we are receiving the goal, the end, the purpose of our faith, the result of our faith, the salvation of our souls, and that we are receiving that in such a way that we are aware of. That's what creates joy. So, number 1, are we open or closed? Number 2, is our faith working? Are we sensing this inexpressible joy? And number 3, I think we can only do that if we were able to celebrate the process. This kind of completes the circle, because it's hard to celebrate the process if you don't have any sense of joy. The joy of the Lord is our strength. And I think we can only celebrate the process when we have great assurance of the results. I think we can endure just about anything if we have a rock solid belief that we're going to be okay. And that's really what Peter is promising us. It's rooted in heaven, not earth, but if you're demanding that you be okay on earth, it's going to be hard to be consistently joyful. So let's be open. Let's understand that one purpose of our faith is to walk in the sense of the joy and the presence of God. And let's celebrate the process by looking at it through heaven's eyes on this Advent week. Be joyful, be blessed, be open in this Christmas season. Have a great day.